Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another pro commentary done by Luminous. Today I'm casting AMD.Mineski versus Bambang FC. Yes, I'm casting Bambang FC. What kind of name? I apologize, but I cannot say that name without laughing. For those of you guys that think I'm a Mineski hater, and that's why I don't cast many Mineski games, just to set the record straight, I'm being 100% honest. I don't hate Mineski. I just like to pick on them a little bit, because, you know, sometimes they don't make the best play ever, but I actually like casting Mineski game a lot because they're very fun to watch. They have high action-packed games, and because they make some mistakes at times, the game gets very interesting. So I actually love casting Pinoy games, Mineski games especially. So for those of you guys that only come to watch Pinoy replays, I know who you are, and you know who you are. Those of you guys that don't care about Alliance versus Navi, that don't care about IG versus eHome or IG versus LGD, all you care about is watching Mineski Pinoy games. There you go. Here you go. And the strangest thing for me is I have these like Mineski viewers, right? Like my Mineski viewers are like crazy. Half of them hate Mineski. Half of them thinks he's like the trash team, the worst team in the world. And half team thinks Mineski is like Road to 54, TI-54, and they're gonna win it all. Well, you guys could feel free and put your comments in the comment section below. And oh no, oh my god, LuminousInverse on the top right hand corner is blocking Bambang. So Luminous, you gotta get the hell out here. Cause come on, not every day we're casting Bambang FC, so we're gonna see the name Bambang FC up there. So let's actually talk about some of the heroes in this game. We have Obsidian Destroyer or Outworld Devourer, Naga Siren, Life Stealer, Rubik, and Puck on the Radiant side. Meanwhile, on Bambang FC, we have Nyx Assassin, Chen, Alchemist, sorry, forgot him for a bit, Clockwork, and last but not least, Shadow Fiend. So one thing I want to talk about is, first of all, Miracle, a player that I casted back in like the G League qualifier stages, round 2 or round 3. I think he was on a team called Chainstack. He was in like a Southern East Asian team that was actually pretty good. And Miracle is a player that I remember from that particular team as being a very good carry. So he's gonna be playing the Alchemist today. We have Don Juan playing Shadow Fiend. We have some guy playing Nyx Assassin who was wearing some next level armor on his hero. We have Bambang Boo Boo on the Chen. And last but not least, we have 2D Didi. Didi means younger brother in Chinese, playing Clockwork. On the Radiant side, we have OWA, an old school Mineski player playing Rubik. We have Jesse Vash playing Life Stealer, RTR playing the Naga Siren. We have Double Dot or Mineski Razor himself playing Puck. Last but not least, we have Jay, the drafter, the captain, and a lot of times the feeder. I think back in the day I cast a lot of Jay game, and Jay just somehow finds himself dead a lot of times. Outworld Devourer, and we'll see if he's going to be finding himself dead this game. It looks like we have a little bit of engagement in jungle, as these guys are running into each other. No harm, no foul. And they're off. So this particular matchup in the mid lane, I do believe Puck's going to have the advantage for the first level or so. Well, not if he's not blocking the creep here, as there's a little bit of dewarding action. He's going to have to block it. Yeah, Shadow Fiend's going to have a lot better block. So never mind what I said about the matchup disadvantage. Shadow Fiend with the heal advantage, if he last hits well for the first level, he should get, like if he gets 5 last hits in for the first wave, well, first wave and the second wave, then he should be able to get a ton more damage to make those last hits come a lot easier. He should actually skill Necro.
Seconds to go. And here we go.
Is this a replay bug? Is the damage changing? Well, so after he skills Necro Mastery and then gets like 5 more last hits, he should be okay. For those of you guys, since this is your first game of Shadow Fiend that you're watching, well, you generally want to skill Necro Mastery because every last hit you get in lane gives you damage. And, you know, people miss clicks at times, so it's okay. Pug is definitely laying down the harass, though. With the no talisman, he's going for it. Yeah, 1 hit, 2 more hits. His orb's actually cooling down a couple of seconds here. Shadow Fiend's got to be very careful. He's got to juke in the fog. No, he's going to go right in. No, he's got to back off and salve up. 1 more hit, the orb comes through, and Don Juan's going to give up first blood here as Mineski says, don't mess around. That's first blood.
So much for diplomacy.
Okay. Nice orb and gets look at that, gets 3 last hits, orbs back out, gets a bottle. Beautiful, beautiful control on that puck, and well, he's building on those souls once again. Not even that one here. Oh, the Fade's gonna get dodged. 1 more raise, a C raise. No, that was a C raise. Well, good harass here coming from Don Juan. Once he gets to his, well, here's the interesting question I have to ask. Once you get to 450 gold, do you stop to buy the boost speed, or do you buy the bottle? There's like reasoning for both of them. You're playing somewhat behind now because you got first blood on you, so you know he's gonna have bottle, and you know he's gonna have boots of speed on top of you. You generally want to get boots of speed if you feel like you're very defensive, but at the same time, once you get level 5 and bottle, you could raise your way back into the lane. Looks like Puck is gonna get himself illusion rune, and Shadow Fiend's gotta be somewhat careful. Here comes the smoke and coming up from the support, and he's gonna try to bait up the hill. Nice bait up the hill here, and he's gotta get out of there. Nice face dodging that one. He's gonna orb himself out of there as well. Beautiful, wow, beautiful puck control coming out from this double dot. And you gotta tell me your name, sir, so I know who the hell you are. Back in the top lane here, OWO playing support on the Rubik. This is a fairly decent offensive trialing between Riptide as well as lift and feast damage output. Yeah, whoever that gets caught is basically dead. And where's Miracle? Miracle says, I'm just straight up jungling. I can't get anything done up on the top lane here, so might as well do jungle. So not a bad way to kind of salvage the situation, but yeah, he's definitely not having a good time. And the person that he is having a good time should be Clockwork. Sure, he doesn't have any mana to use with, but Outworld Destroyer is not really going to do enough in terms of zoning him out of the lane. Ooh, the thing I want to point out is that he's got a buckler, and he's actually using the buckler first to kind of toggle the armor value of these creeps, making Clockwork having a very difficult time, or a more difficult time getting last hit. And the more important thing is that when you're using your Buckler, you could have a chance to activate your Essence Shift and get a little bit mana back. Seems like he's actually been very unlucky with the Astral Imprisonment and missing a couple of mana points. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Excuse me. I just drank a bottle of Coke, so I'm burping a little bit. Excuse me on that. And yeah, let's see what Miracle's going to do. He's going to have a very, very tough time recovering from this particular start because especially when he's not going for the Grievous rebuild. Yeah, we'll see how things go out. Miracle back in the mid lane here. We do have Puck going for the max orb build against Shadow Fiend, who you don't really need to silence. Not a bad build to go for. And Don Juan, well, we'll see how he's going to make that recovery. He's doing the nice orb. Oh, he's going to orb up here as he knew that there was a rune up top. And once you get to the rune spot a little bit quicker. A little bit flashy play. Yeah, that you can see the bottle being delivered to the Shadow Fiend. Again, it's a very, very interesting question. Do you want to just play a little bit risky and say, I'm going to race my way back and just get a ton of CS and try to recover from the lane that way? Or
Top tower's getting beat down. Dire's top tower.
okay, I guess he's just lagging a little bit. But yeah, are you going to just raise your way back? Which is not a bad way to kind of recover from a very, very poor start. But at the same time, that means if Puck, for example, gets an illusion rune or a double damage rune, those illusions can chase you down. So it is somewhat of a kind of a risky prospect. Don Juan is kind of using those raids whenever possible. There's another C raise. That's 2 more creep, as well as a very decent amount of harass being done. Looks like we have a teleport scroll coming out on the bot lane here by Alchemist. I think they're going to try to set up a kill on Jay, which is if he's gonna be he's gotta be very careful. He cannot get cogged. He walked in front of the Clockwork, gets cogged immediately. Oh no, Jay. And this is kind of what I mean about Jay. Always finding himself in very interesting and awkward positions. There's the easiest kill of that Clockwork's life. And that's very nicely done. Back in the mid lane though, looks like one raise comes through and looks like he want to come in and fight that. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Mineski, I'm gonna call him Brazier. I'm gonna call him Double Dot because I don't know what the hell his name is, and his name's actually Double Dot. Meanwhile, we're going to see a little bit of tower being sieged down on the mid lane. A teleport here coming from the Rubik on the tier 2 tower. Are they really? Yeah, I think they're going to try to defend this. In fact, Jay's going to try to TP in against it. He's got to be very careful. If oh no, he uses his orb in the offensive position. He's going to get brought down very, very quickly. Oh, Jay, what are you doing, my friend? He's going to pop his buckler, trying to reduce the damage a little bit, but he's going to go down regardless. And here comes the send back here from Miracle. Miracle going for the body block. Huge play here. No, there's no body block as Riptide brings him down. Chen's going to go down to the tower, and Miracle is going to get brought down as well. Good try on Miracle to save his ally, and I really like the idea that he teleported to the bot lane to make a gank, because he wasn't doing anything on the top lane. But the gank, you know, sure, they got the OD twice, in fact, but he also had to die. In fact, two of his allies died. It's hard to say who came out ahead, because you have your safe lane OD dying twice. That's never a good thing, and he's not exactly your best flash farmer. At the same time, though, Alchemist has got nothing. Alchemist has got 15 CS. If you look at Lifestealer, he's got 40. If you look at Puck's got 31. Puck's missing a couple of CS. That's alright. That's alright. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend says, I got bottle, I got mana regen. Let's go in jungle and start raising some creeps and get myself back in this game. I'm back in the bot lane here. Looks like Lifestealer is going to be sitting in this particular lane, and that should give Miracle somewhat of an easier time to farm out on the top lane. No, he's still kind of neutraling away. Gotta really start farming. Meanwhile, we do have a couple of raises here drop. Ooh, he's gonna go. You don't want to go in. No, he went in. The silence is gonna come. The Dream Coat's gonna get used as well. Got one face. He's gonna use a face right now. RTR, I think he was asking RTR to come in, and RTR says no. There's an ensnare. One more raise is gonna do the job, and Don Juan. Holy shit, that was some nice raises getting him back in the lane. And well, never mind about the poor start. Never mind not skilling Necromastery to level 2. Never mind about some miscue on the raises. Those raises with the 2 kills getting him back, and he's going to get his Power Treads Magic Wand right now, and he should be okay to go. Some players could have just saved for a Blink Dagger there if they want to do so. Blink Dagger not too bad in this game. Good against Lifestealer. He open moons you blink away. Good against Astral Imprisonment, because you can always blink out of Astral. Good against the Storm, the Siren, and things of that nature. At the same time, though, you are up against a Raining Rift, which is like an almost instant casting animation. It's a very, very hard spell to deal with, so we'll see what he goes for. I think he's opted for, he's opted for Power Treads and Magic Wand. It's a very, very standard and very safe build. Double damage is going to get secured here by Puck, and most likely going to look for a couple more pickoffs. And Puck has been playing rather well. He scores only 1 and 1, but he's kind of dodged a smoke gang. He's applied a lot of pressure to that Shadow Fiend. Unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication with his Naga Siren in the mid lane, and got him killed as a result. We do have a smoke gang all the way from the bot lane to top lane, and they're going to get a very easy gank against Miracle. Miracle thinks he's safe because he has this particular Observer Ward, but these guys just run right by, and they're going to have to lift. They're going to toss him back. There's a Riptide. There's going to be open net first, and then Open Moon Rage even being used. Finally, the Open Moon comes out, and that's going to be the very easy kill. Meanwhile, coming to jungle here, Razor trying to fight against a Shadow Fiend. I think he miscued the phase, and then he phased into a Shadow Fiend raise. They did trade 1 for 1. I think that's still okay, because Puck farming his Blink Dagger is not that hard. Slowing down Shadow Fiend's farm is pretty effective. Unfortunately for them, that there was 2 support in jungle getting a ton of experience as a result. So, well, Bambang, despite having a kind of a rough early game, they're not really exactly having a powerful mid-game either. Miracle still not having any farm at all. He's finally farmed a Medallion Courage. That's credit to him. I don't even know how he's got that Medallion Courage. I thought he would just have boots and like a Stout and a Magic Stick maybe. But yeah, they're actually putting a little bit of pressure on the mid lane. I like to see Clockwork being a little bit more aggressive over the map, because he's basically had a very, very good lane on the bot, killing Jay once or twice, and being able to get a ton of levels. And now that he's level 8 with the Clockwork Hook already available, gotta start setting up some kills. Outworld Devourer, Buckler into a Hannah Midas recipe. This is quite interesting. I don't really dislike a late Hannah Midas on a hero like Outworld Devourer, because you want attack speed, because he attacks for a ton of damage output, and to be honest, a Midas for his experience, like getting to level 16 quick is not too bad, because he does do a ton of damage, but it's very, very suspect, because you're laning against a Clockwork, you have basically free farm, and you could get like a 4-minute Midas if you want, but he's opted for like a 10-minute Midas instead. In fact, maybe a 12-minute Midas. Clockwork trying to get a... I really don't think he could get a kill against the Puck. I mean, if he could like maybe chain them with the hook shot into a Impale, maybe that could do it. I think they really just want Naga Siren, but I really don't think they can get Naga Siren. The Chain Stun's just not there, and that this Invis Rune is going to be running out very soon. Still looking for a Clockwork Hook to go in. They really don't have that much of a follow-up either. Double Raid's going to come out, and here comes the lift. Toss him back, and the Clockwork Hook's going to come in. That's a double stun. Nicely done. Shadow Fiend tanking the tower, though. Shadow Fiend dropping low. He has the Hand of God, and does he have the Magic Wand? No Magic Wand. Will be bottling back up here. Buyback coming out from the puck. He's trying to go for the kill. Waiting Rift's going to come through. They are going to get a kill on Don Juan, but that's after a buyback. The Sun's going to come through as well. Riptide dropping him low, and nice infest for the extra damage. And Sarah's going to come through on Bang Bang Boo Boo, and Boo Boo in a huge trouble. Here comes nice cogs pushing him away. There's one more net, and he's trying to fight this through, but another cog burning away all of mana coming out from the Lifestealer. Lifestealer, of course, does have the armor. Toggle it back on. Oh my god, that was too close for comfort. It was an okay exchange for both teams. Shadow Fiend dying yet once again is not what you want. Lifestealer getting a kill is not what Bang Bang want. But at the same time, Clockwork being effective, and of course, Miracle getting a little bit of free farm here. I don't think he was in that engagement. In fact, he was just farming away in the jungle. So he's slowly going to find himself some farm. I'd like to see him actually get a point into Grievous Reed at level 9 just to accelerate his farm a little bit further. Back on the bot lane. Man, no matter where Don Juan goes, he is just in trouble. And let's see how good Jay's awareness is, because he's got the Midas, and the Midas is coming off cooldown very, very soon. But if he dies right now and he's not aware Jay is going to be eating a couple of raises, doesn't even fall back, he just dies in the air with a corpse and an empty, unused Hand of Midas. I feel sorry for Jay. Back in the middle here, Lifestealer trying to get a kill, but Clockwork just being everywhere that he needs to be. I like to say that this Clockwork playing well. When you play offlane Clockwork and sometimes you find that 1v1 matchup, you gotta just make sure that you use your levels effectively. And he's helping his allies, he's setting up kills, and generally trying to win a team fight for his team. That's what you want to do as a Clockwork. Up on the top lane here, trying to TP out. Is he gonna make it out alive? Yes, he is. Yes, it is. So again, Miracle getting some very critical farm, and they're still doing a very good job shutting in Jay, but Jay's got a Hand of Midas. And look at that, he's actually popping the Buckler. Not exactly sure why. I guess he's just popping out to get mana regen, which is, again, not too bad. It's actually very interesting. This is the first time I've seen a player seemingly just getting the Buckler quite early. I mean, this was even before Boost of Speed or the Hand of Midas, just simply for the mana regen, because I don't think OD is a hero that inherently needs mana regen, right? But Jay seems to disagree, and James is also 0-3, and that also ran. Back on the top lane here, we have Puck trying to look for a Blink Dagger. He's already level 11, so what he wants to do right now is keep going to the jungle, finding that Shadow Fiend, finding that Chen, and go for random pickoff. Basically, he only needs +1, and that should be a very, very easy kill. That was a maybe, possibly you could initiate on that with the Clockwork Hook, especially with him kind of being a little bit jumpy on the face. This player seems a little bit jumpy on the face button. Like, he has some excellent dodges. Also, he has sometimes that he miscues the dodge a couple times. Meanwhile, Naga Siren, he does have Song of Siren, so he should be able to live and survive from this particular gank. Or will he? Yeah, they will see Jay. And here we go. Song to run. But where's the Clockwork? Clockwork says, forget your Song. Now, Clockwork's in the middle team fight. Everybody's going to try to TP out. Oh, Clockwork Hook's going to find these. Naga says, alright, OT TP out. Nothing we could do about that. Good, good job, saving a carry, but I will find you. That's why I say Clockwork really, really good against Naga, because you could be, if you're not get caught in the Song, you could cancel that TP, and once you do cancel the TP, the Song just ends, and then you're pretty much done. Meanwhile, we do have a little bit of Lifestealer Bomb on the mid lane here. And a Blink Dagger is up on the puck. They're baiting this defend coming in. Oh, Sensual gets dropped here. Oh no! This Nyx Assassin is gonna get blown up. Defensive Astral Imprisonment comes as well. Fighting Nyx Assassin does side. Lifestealer in the middle of those cogs. Shadow Fiend doing a ton of damage. Does pick off the puck. Puck already bought back Keen Dive Mine. But Don Juan being focused here by the Lifestealer. No, Lifestealer is still inside. The Raze is gonna come through. And the Chanting Creep plus the Alpha Wolf right click. My god, of course, the 1 point of Necromastery means the -3 armor as well. Well, Shadow Fiend survives, and the puck dies yet once again. Mineski falling into a hole, and again, Clockwork, even though he died there, was able to initiate, was able to chain stun, and to be honest, tank a lot up in the front line. He kept the Lifestealer in a cog for quite a bit as well, and more importantly, Bambang FC is doing an excellent job letting Miracle play 4v5, because Miracle right now is not doing a single damn thing for his team, and he will be starting to do a lot once he picks up that Shadow Blade. But I do applaud Mineski's awareness, pushing with Sentry Ward. This is what you need to do, especially against the Shadow Blade Alchemist that's coming soon, but more importantly against the Nyx Assassin right now. Nyx Assassin still was able to get off his Vendetta hit off, but the element of surprise was not there, and they were able to basically pick him off rather quickly and then start to rotate to Clockwork next. Well, Mineski doing quite well so far in the early game. They gotta keep up the pressure because right now at this stage of the game, OD is a hero that is a non-factor. He's not gonna push anybody's tower down. He's not gonna dominate anybody in lane because there's nobody in this lane. So it's up to your life stealer and up to your Puck to do a ton, and they have been doing a ton. But unfortunately, Puck has been starting to die a couple more times now. Those ganks are not exactly too effective. In fact, they are being ganked because this Clockwork is just all over the place. And speaking of Clockwork, are they smoked up with the team? They're looking to start maybe smoking up. Ooh, this particular ward though should see, I think it, well, we could just check on the vision. Yeah, this ward definitely saw the Nyx Assassin going invis, and you can see that Jay doesn't have a teleport scroll. Well then, Jay, you're in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, Mineski, Puck, with the life stealer inside, they are smoked up. I think they're gonna just rotate to the, you should definitely rotate to the Hour Devourer and help them out. And if you run into a couple of invisible heroes, you have a team fight. You could win that team fight fairly easily, but well, Nyx Assassin should be able to run past this particular Observer Ward, and they should know the gank is up, and you can see that OD is coming back out to use his Midas and get some farm. He's gonna go back into a Force Staff, so Buckler, Ring of Regen, back into Buckler. Okay, so Buckler, Hand of Midas, Treads, Ring of Regen, Staff of Misery into Force Staff. This is like as awkward of an item build as you possibly get. Blink, Silence, Initiation against Don Juan. Don Juan gonna be dead, but the Cog is gonna get both of them in. Hand of God, can he be back home? Yes, he's gonna get sent back home. My God, these guys are playing out of their mind. Song of Simon will not save the Sun coming out from Ergo. Beautiful play flow. And another buyback coming out. The Sun gonna get stolen by OW, but a Spike Carapace returns it. Vash in huge trouble. And no, Vash barely is gonna survive. One more hit. Armatago is gonna help him survive as well. But Puck back here. And my God, that team fight just not go well from Mineski. Bambang. Well, they are definitely playing so well right now. This Clockwork is carrying the team up the wazoo. And, well, they're going to get a tier 1 tower out of that as well. Here comes the Puck orbing in. Ensnare's going to come through as well as the Astral Imprisonment. Are they going to take that fight? Silence going to come in here. Ooh, it's dropping low. A couple more hits. Oh, huge ultimate's going to come to Cog. Not really going to GG match. In fact, he's going to die as well. Here comes Miracle trying to focus out on JJ. Dropping low very quickly. One more hit's going to do it. And yet, that's another kill on Jay. Didn't I say that Jay that dies, you know, a couple more times than he necessary? He's 1-4 now. It's going to come to the right side. No, Juke's left, Juke's right. Now you see me, now you don't. And Puck, back home he goes. He is completely fine. But yeah, these multiple buybacks are not helping out this Puck. Actually, despite multiple buybacks, he's actually farming quite well. The Blink Dagger up, 1,000 gold. He's going to be either working for a Hex or very unlikely working towards a BKB. BKB Puck, I've seen it before. In this game is not bad because there's so much more magical damage, but you just want the Scythe of Ice. It's just very, very effective as an initiation tool. It gives you a little bit of extra tanking. But how well has this Clockwork been playing? Cogging 2 enemies into the Cog, allowing the Sendback to come, allowing the Hand of God to come, and the Shadow Fiend barely surviving there. I'm very surprised. Okay. You can raise Ancients, but a lot of them are magically immune. That's why I had to like, what? What did he just do? Why? Yeah, I'm very surprised. There you go. He buys a full BKB and buys a Smokeless Sea. This is the second game today of cast where the carry goes a Yasha first and then back to the BKB. It's not too sure whether I like this particular trend. Yeah, I definitely think, and he's also holding a Smoke of the Sea instead of putting back in the courier. Sells one of his Wraith Bands. Very interesting. I wonder what he's trying to smoke into. Is he trying to smoke into Roshan pick, Sneaky Roche? He needs lifesteal for that, so interesting. Like if you're playing a Pudge, for example, solo mid, then definitely smoke is, you know, warranted. But Miracle is gonna just TP back out and keep farming away. Speaking of Miracle, he definitely, you know, true as advertised, joins the team fight immediately after having a Shadow Blade, and he's gonna have again a big effect in this game whenever he wants to. Well, are they gonna smoke gank? Well, smoke into the, yeah, there you go, smoke into the Roshan pit. Minus armor with the medallion as well. Shadow Fiend, you cannot raise. You can't raise. Can you raise Roshan? Question mark. I don't think so. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say you could raise the Shadow Fiend. Well, there's a smoking scene. That's the answer is there. How do you take Roshan with Shadow Fiend? You get your friend Alchemist to basically walk in there with you. Mineski falling quite behind. Let's quickly check out the goal graph. They're leading by 1,000, but they should be leading by a ton more considering the lanes that they had, considering that they shut down Miracle's farm up top, considering that they shut down Shadow Fiend's farm back mid. They should be leading by 5,000-6,000 gold, but they haven't been because this Clockwork is Bouse. And if you look at the experience, it's Bambang leading the experience as well. Chen level 11. He should be picking up something like a Vlad's for his team next. Already got the Arcane and Mech. Nyx Assassin's got Arcane as well. Not too bad considering that he had a very, very poor sour up on the top. Shadowfiend with this BKB, and now Asia should be absolutely fine. Of course, Alchemist playing catch-up duty, still going for BKB. This Medallion Courage definitely paid for its own money, considering that they got them the Roshan, got them a couple more kills as a result. What is Mineski farming? We got a 4-staff and a Midas up on our World Destroyer and a Mech, but his farm really needs to start to accelerate because he is going to get out-farmed very, very soon. Puck, been dying a ton of time, been buying back twice already, picked up an item here, and it is going to be a Scythe of Ice. Lifestealer's got Armlet and a Basher. I really like the early game Basher here, considering that the BKB is starting to come out on the Alchemist and is already out on Shadow Fiend. You want a way to lock them down in their BKB. Of course, the supports, the supports are very, very poor. Not even up to Arcane boots up yet. I mean, this is something that Mineski tend to do, or Pinoy, I guess, metagame tend to do for a lot, is that they just basically give zero, zero farm to the support. Which, I mean, it's okay, but you really want your supports to be able to stand in the team fight for more than 2 seconds here. Oh, Jay! Ooh, nice force that back out, but here comes the counter initiation. The Lifestealer back in the team fight. He wants, ooh, nice force that back out. The Cog traps it in, and he's gonna be dead. Yes, a couple more hits gonna do it. Oh, the song comes out a second too late, and the song's being wasted. The Lifestealer is still dead. Are they really gonna take this fight? I don't think they can. Jay, I don't know why he didn't walk out. Jay, you were completely saved here. Oh no, Jay's gonna get picked off as well. Here comes a huge ultimate from the Shadow Fiend. Razor gonna come and try to run from the right side. Jay buys back. It's gonna try to TP back in and take this fight, but I don't know about this here. Ultimate gets dropped here, and Shadow Fiend just coming right click. The sun's gonna come through. A couple more right clicks. One more race. Oh, one more hit. Jay survives with 20 HP. You do not mess with Jay, he says. Well, that was questionable and very, very lucky for Jay, but he will survive. Tier 1 tower goes down. He traded his buyback in life for Aegis as well as Alchemist's life. Not bad of a trade, especially the fact that he survived, but the tower does, oh my god, he almost forced that into the rocket flare. Holy crap, that was close. That was close, but Bambang takes himself a big lead here, leading by 7 kills, leading by a lot of gold, well, pulling back a lot of gold, and now leading by a ton of experience. And the fact that they have the Roshan advantage, being the fact that they have a lot of minus armor, as well as, well, being the fact on Dire, they should be able to kind of seal the deal if they play it very, very safe and very, very slow and very, very methodically. Now, I would think that and say that if this is 2 top-tier Western teams or 2 top-tier Chinese teams going against each other, but this is Bambang FC versus Mineski, so the game is... You can't even say who has the advantage. You really can't say. I mean, yeah, obviously, Bambang has the advantage, but it's very easy for Mineski to capitalize on 2 mistakes by Bambang, and that's the game. So nobody has won the game just yet, and both teams have to keep playing well. They have to keep playing well. Looks like they're going to go for a 4-staff on the Chen instead of a Vlad's. It's a different school of thought. Vlad's is saying, you know what, let's give everybody plus armor value to deal with the minus armor of Riptide, deal with the physical right click of the Lifestealer. And the other school of thought is, well, forget about the Lifestealer. No matter how much damage he does, if you can't hit me because I force-staff my allies away, then you can't hit me. So, yeah, it comes down to what item you like more. I kind of love both items, so I could see the argument and logic behind both. And what Chen says, I want Force-staff, so Force-staff he goes. I mean, Force-staff is okay against things like Telekinesis Lift. It's okay against things like Dream Coil, but I think it's mostly an item gotten for the Rubik. Blink Dagger gets picked up here by the Nyx Assassin. Wow, I'm not sure how he actually got the item, but... sorry, got the farm for the item, but... I guess, you know, being 3, and 4, especially having a tough early game, knocking down a couple of early game towers. Now he's got the Blink and level 11 as well. He was like level 4, 6, 7 minutes in. With the Blink Dagger, he's going to be able to pick off and focus on our Devourer very much so. If you Mana Burn our Devourer twice in a team fight, you are going to be killing him very, very easily. Also, I do want to point out that I really dislike his skill build coming out in this game. Against Outworld's Devourer, Puck, as well as heroes like Darkseer, you want to actually max your mana burn, because if you get 2 mana burn in a team fight, you're getting a ton of value. And of course, when you level up mana burn, the cooldown drastically decreases. We're talking going from 28 seconds to 4 seconds. I mean, think of what mana burn could do against Outworld Devourer. You're nuking like hundreds of damage against him. And the fact that he's not leveling up, he's definitely missing a ton of value. I mean, Spike Carapace is really nice and all against things like Puck. It's not going to be good against Lifestealer, I can tell you that. Not going to be too good against OD as well. I really think he should have leveled up Mana Burn, but, you know, it's all good. It's all good. OD continue to farm away. That Midas, you know, definitely pushing him ahead. He's already level 16. If you want to check out the level of everybody. Well, actually, Shadowfin's 18. I'm not sure. I guess he's been involved in all these team fights where he barely survives with like 2 HP. That helps. And being sent back by Chen and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's actually level 18. Been dying a lot less than Jay, I can tell you that. So, 6, 3, and 8 is the score, despite having a kind of a random poor start in the beginning. Meanwhile, though, the Jay Midas is keeping him in track. 2, 5, and 3 is the score. 200 last hits, though. Doing rather well. I just realized that I just casted the entire Empire versus Kaipi, having on last hits and denies. And this is what I mean by being a little bit rusty. Not having good camera control for quite a bit. But, you know, it'll get better as it goes along. Let's check out net worth. As imagined, despite having the hand of Midas, Shadowfiend very far off ahead as he's keeping up in terms of the CS, but more importantly, not dying as much and doing a very good job with his team getting towers. And here comes that BKB. How are we doing in terms of the Abyssal blade timing? So the reason I think that he tried to phase there is try to not get seen by the rocket filler, but I'll talk about that later. Here comes Miracle trying to, oh, nice dodge. Telekinesis, back at silence comes through. Orb, silence comes out as well. The song's starting being used. I'm not too sure what that song was about here. The song was so poor here. OWA is gonna get focused down very, very easily. And now the Clockwork's on the right side, and Shadowfiend says, thank you for the free song. What a hook coming in here at Mineski. Oh, what was that song? What was that song? I guess they just panicked because OD had a very, very good 4-stat back. The Puck had a very good silence initiation. The Lifestealer was about to do walk, and then suddenly somebody songs. And it wasn't that song. It was like the Wodota fail song or something. Is there a Wodota fail? Wodota funny? Yeah, the Wodota funny. And well, Bambang wins yet another huge team fight as they're gonna get a tier 2 tower out of this Mineski. Yet another huge mistake. They cannot make too many more mistakes here. They gotta get big. And they gotta get big behind Jay. I think Jay is a... When you're falling behind, you look to a hero who could do the insane amount of damage and basically have a wombo combo team fight of sorts. So heroes like a Gyrocopter with a Divine Rapier, 6 flags, kills the whole team. Or a hero like a Sven with a big cleave and a crit and kills the whole team. Or heroes like an Outworld Devourer and Sanity Eclipse and kills the whole team. Like, you have to rely... You don't want to rely on those mechanisms, but you begin to rely on those mechanisms when you're having a poor early game. And, well, let's see if Mineski is going to have that, because I could tell you the song combo setup is not where it's at. The Puck initiation is not enough. Lifestealer is not tanky enough, and he's just jumping in to die. In fact, he's going to go back to get a Sage. That is generally not a good sign. A good sign for a Lifestealer is saying, alright, I start with the Basher, and then I finish it with the Abyssal Blade, and I'm continue to queue more stuff. But, no, he's going to be going back to Sage into a Heaven's Halberd, which is good against Alchemist, good against the Shadowfiend, but... you know, not exactly a place you want to be. Oh, back in the jungle, looks like Clock Hook here. They just picked off one. That's the Lifesteal down yet once again. And the entire team is on full retreat. There's really no lockdown here coming out from Bang Bang after that hook. But, well, killing Lifesteal is all they really need. And they're going to go for a tier 2. Jay going back to his allies, trying to defend. Whoa. What happened there? Sandbag already being used here. Chen force half himself act out, and Chen's gonna be dead as well. BKB gets popped here by the Clockwork. Here comes on the Shadowfiend. Oh, the Sun's gonna come through. Who are they gonna go for? The Sun's gonna go on Jay. Jay's gonna go down very, very easily. One Ray's gonna seal the deal, and BKB Shadowfiend just right-clicking so much. They see the Nagasire. Nagasire gets a spell. He's gonna get raised down as well. Buyback coming out from Jay. Jay's gonna get impaled. The Shadowfiend ultimate not hitting too much. Applying it slow. Nonetheless, one more Ray's gonna do the job. The lift comes up here. Jay's still alive. The Manta gets popped out here. Jay's still alive. A rocket flare, a couple more hits, gonna do the job. Jay on the run. The blink Oh, Mana Burn, you gotta get the Mana Burn. The silence goes on as well. Jay, Sap force at 1 second. He's got the force. The Clockwork Hook's gonna be there, and the Mana Burn's gonna seal the deal. Don Juan in huge trouble. Force him out. Force him out. No force just yet. The Shadow Fiend will die as a result. And Impale's gonna hit. The Mana Burn's gonna come through. Miracle with a stun. Yes, they are gonna get the kill. Bam, bang, wuja, chuta, just doing so well in this team fight. Blink Dagger just makes Nix Assassin an insane hero. Tier 2 tower gonna get sieged down here, but OD dies twice in that team fight after buyback. At least they killed the Shadow Fiend, but I'm not too sure what that's enough. Silence comes in, they're gonna get nice pick off on the Nix Assassin. Miracle gets detected under the tower here, gets forced back in the tower because he turned around for whatever reason, so he's gonna go down. Clockwork gets trapped under his own cogs. Break out your cogs, my man. It's gonna try to survive. He's got the minus BKB TP, and the ensnare. No, the ensnare a little bit too slow. Cast point of Naga Siren. My god, this is why I love casting Mineski games, because they make games interesting. The buyback coming out from Mineski is going to be tough, but hey man, they hold their tier 2, which is a very important positional advantage against Roshan. Speaking of Roshan, he's back. Meanwhile, the Shadow Fiend is as fat as Chuan, because BKB, Manta, and Power Tress already up. I mean, not that fat. This is not Chuan status just yet. Like, to be honest, a well-played Shadow Fiend would have like 1.5 item more than this, but considering the start he had, considering the fact that he got first blooded and basically shut down quite a bit, and he got ganked non-stop, like, he's actually doing quite well. He's doing quite well. And speaking of somebody that's doing quite well, Puck had a good early game, not exactly as good a mid game, but got the Scythe of Ice, so he's about to do a lot better now. Let's quickly check out how we're doing in terms of back to the last CS here. OD still, you know, just hitting 1 creep at a time, up to a ton of farm already, leading against the Shadow Fiend. That is extremely impressive. Dire thinking about going back into the Roshan pit to see what's up there. Oh, what's up is Roshan's about to get killed with all these minus armor. You can see that everybody's staying outside of the Roshan pit, trying to make sure the fight gets happen. Roshan coming back out, trying to get a bash off. And here we go. The good thing about Hannah Midas, what is these Shank creeps just being suicided in? Not exactly the best micro I've ever seen here. Spike Carapace being stolen. Yeah, good lifestealer, not lifestealer, good Nix Assassin players would never give a Rubik, Mana Burn, or Vendetta, or Impale. Good Nix Assassin player would always press Spike after his spells. So, not too sure why ODB wanted to spill that one, but it's all good. Yeah, right now Dire's trying to get a Roshan, but it's really hard to actually get it against a Puck. We have a Hex on Shadow Fiend. Very interesting. Not sure why. I mean, Hex is not a buy item in terms of making yourself like... Whoa, he's actually forced that thumbs up in, and the entire Mineski team waiting for him just gets melted. Meanwhile, Chen just dies. Meanwhile, now Jay forced himself up, and that's a reverse team wipe. You never count anybody out because this is Mineski versus Bambang FC. That's Aegis. That's a team wipe. What the fuck just happened? I mean, I get it. You force yourself in, and your alchemist and windwalk in. You take the Aegis, but can you just rocket flare check to make sure that there's nobody in there? Holy crap! They might have threw the game with that one force staff. That's a Roshan. That's 4 kill, and that's a tier 2 tower. In fact, they could use the momentum and go for a little bit more because you gotta keep in mind Shadow Fiend loses half of his souls. Buyback gets forced out by Clockwork, but what's the Clockwork gonna do defending a tier 2? That's a useless buyback, I think. Yeah, Mineski, if they want to keep pressing, they can. They said, you know what? Let's just get the tier 2 up top because that's basically free. And my goodness, we're gonna see a refresh drawer coming out from OD. I talked about you want to rely on a hero that has insane burst damage to win a team fight, but if Shadow Fiend just lets you kill himself like that, well, that's a team fight. Also, I do want to knock on Shadow Fiend. He got 4-staff hit, and he could pop BKB to basically dodge the Hex or prevent the Hex from coming. Like, Jay pressed 2 button quicker than Shadow Fiend pressed 1. Because you have to press a Hex hotkey, and then you have to press on Shadow Fiend to get the Hex off. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend, all he has to do is press BKB. So, Shadow Fiend reaction rate, not as good as Jay. Not as good as Jay. Well then, interesting game. So now what do Bambang FC do? I mean, a lot of they still have great late game. They have an Alchemist who's, you know, kind of scaling into really, really good items. They have a Shadow Fiend with a Hex. I mean, imagine if he had like Titanic. Maybe he would have survived there and basically fight his way back. Imagine if he has, well, Butterfly wouldn't have done a damn thing because Butterfly hexed. When you get hexed, you lose your evasion, so Butterfly was not going to help him survive. Yeah, Hex is fine. It's just questionable. It's questionable. We'll see. We'll see. He's pulled ahead and then. Oh no, I was gonna say he has pulled ahead in terms of CS, but no, he was always ahead in net worth, but behind in terms of CS. And speaking of CS, OD is just like, yeah, I got this. I got this. I got the refresher coming soon. Once he gets refresher, my god, they just win the team fight, right? Also, this Nyx Assassin player has to press, like he has to pop his Spike Carapace and like literally blink into the Sanity Eclipse. Because if you do that against a BKB less OD, you just pop him. You pop him good. You stun him first, and then you impale, and then you mana burn, and he's probably dead. The problem is he does have Aegis, so that is a concern. Well, it looks like both teams gonna just be farming quite a bit now. Kind of chilling. I do like the BKB touch on Clockwork. You force staff yourself in. You don't really care about the puck anymore. You definitely don't care about OD. A very, very good item, but that's the refresher. And things starting to look, after just one team fight, pretty poorly for Bambang, because we see Rubik finishing a 4-staff relatively soon. Naga Siren's got a gem and a Medallion Courage, also 1500 gold. Is he saving for a Blink Dagger? If he wants to Blink Song initiate, that could be pretty cool as a way to initiate. Meanwhile, we're going to see Miracle slowly pushing up top. Miracle doesn't have too many items to speak of. For an Alchemist, this farm has been, like, he had a poor early game, and that's understandable because he had 3 people pit against him in lane. He had Nyx Assassin as a support, which is not really a support against a tri-lane, and he had Chen, so he was basically 1v3 in that top lane. He didn't really get too much farm in the game because he was forced to rotate around. But he's got like basically 20 minutes of free farm since then, and he really hasn't been able to do much. Here comes a TP. Miracle gonna get Hex, and Miracle's gonna be that 4-step backwards here, and you gotta pop the spike. No spike just here. BKB, Shadow Fiend ultimate, and they just pop the shit out of that OD. Can you chain stun him down? Can you chain stun him down? Where's the 4-step? There's a net. No 4-step just yet here. He does 4-step himself back out. The storm being used offensively. They want to fight this. Oh, you know they want to fight this. You gotta pop the spike. You gotta pop the spike. Spike gets popped here. Nothing just yet. No ultimate here. Yeah, they're baiting out the spike, and they're gonna kill him first. Here comes the huge ultimate. The sun comes through. Gotta focus on Jay. Jay's gonna get popped off. Whoa, Shadow Fiend right clicking away. They also pick him off. Double buyback, triple buyback coming out. Everybody on Mineski still alive, and they will defend the tier 2 to death. Wow, what a defend. I'm not sure whether that was worth it. That was 3 buyback from all of their core for Nyx Assassin as well as Chen. They also lost the Aegis on top of that. That was a humongously expensive defense. I don't know, Mineski. He also had Refresh Orb. Not too sure why he didn't use it in the team fight. Back in the mid lane here. So, Hex, couple right click, the Clockwork. No, they got a stun, but they're gonna get a mini stun and no refresh ultimate. The second Hex comes out. He's gonna try to cast his ultimate. Oh, what a play! Coming here from DD and Jay feeds. Yet once again, he's just force-staffing forward against the kill. Blink Dagger forward, backward here from the puck, and they should be able to retreat. What was that, Jay? What was that? But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And now the Roshan not gonna be back in about 5 more minutes. Miracle says thank you for the freebie and now 4,000 gold. Normally I say, you know, get an AC because it's a really, really good item. But when there's so much magical and pure damage output coming out from OD, I'm not sure whether AC is going to be that effective as a survivability item. I mean, sure, it's going to help you kill OD quicker, which is always good. But I think maybe getting a heart or getting a basher, like depending if you want to be defensive. If you want to be defensive, you get a heart. If you want to be offensive, you get a basher on Alchemist. Let's see what he thinks. If he gets like AC, that's so good against Lifestealer, so good against Naga Siren. So there's definitely, it's still a very, very excellent item. It's just not that good against OD himself. So, well, the rest of the team is smoked up, looking for a couple kills. My eyes is on the Clockwork. That team fight also, the Clockwork force-staffed the Alchemist away from the Sanity's Eclipse. That's why I just literally jizzed in my pants. So that's why I was like, oh my god, Clockwork, you are insane. Oh, looks like Jam Naga seeing a couple of guys. The smoke gang fails. Yeah, these team fights just back and forth they go, back and forth they go. OD is I wonder when OD's gonna pick up the BKB, because once he does have the BKB, there's like, he doesn't have to be as timid. Last particular team fight, he had to wait through the spike carapace of Nyx Assassin and then to drop his ultimate. Basically hitting a tree for like 2.5 seconds. And when you have all your damage on OD and he has to hide in a tree for 2.5 seconds, not too good. Not too good for the team. So I think his next item has to be a BKB. Also, I like to see him switching the treads back to strength. I mean, sure, if you have more ends, the more damage you do, the more mana you have, and all that nice. That's cute, but you just want to survive, and by surviving, you do more damage.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't
Well, here it comes.
right now.
Or trying to slow things down, but look at the minus armor. Look at the right clicks, dude. It's just absolutely insane. He is going to be going for AC. AC does help you do things like these siege towers, because the minus armor does go on the buildings. Where's OD? Is OD not going to come back to defend this? He does have a teleport throw. He does have double O in about 5-6 seconds, but they're going to lose Rax. Rax going down very, very quickly. Shadow Fiend right clicks, but they're not going to go for it. Raze is going to clear dude these creeps. Are they going to jump? That's a question. There's BKB up on the Shadow Fiend. Oh, here comes a song. Alright, Jay's in the fight. Hex goes on the Shadow Fiend. You gotta burst him down. You gotta burst him down. Where's the defensive force? I have nothing just yet. BKB gets poppy dodge. One ultimate. Where's the second ultimate coming in from OD? Nothing just yet. Shadow Fiend's still alive. Here comes a huge. No! He gets Hex. He's gonna get burst down, but Jay died, and Jay does not have buyback. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend does. So trading 3 for 1, they're a pretty good team fight, but there's a Butcher Travel buyback coming out from the Shadow Fiend. He's right back into this team fight, and the Rax is going to go down. Second buyback coming out from Chen. Rax number 1 goes down. Force Staff 4 here, and no OW. That's not his own Force Staff. He gets Force Staff back out. Meanwhile, 2D is going to be, oh, yeah, he's going to be dead. Shadow Fiend ultimate on Creep Wave. Okay, that was quite interesting. Mirago's going to get focused down as well. Hex going to go on Bash, but really, there's no way they can save this. So that was 5 kills. And a buyback, and they really didn't. Oh, can they even make it back home? That's a question. They have Hex. You gotta juke this. Get a TP. Oh, there's no juke. There's no running away. And Shadow Fiend's gonna die again. So that's 6 kills, a buyback for a Rax. Hard to say whether that's worth it, but that's okay. That's okay, but it seems like these guys are very desperate. Bambang says. Bambang thinks that if they get this Rax, they win the game, which I'm not sure whether that's the case. There's an AC being finished. Like, there's no reason really Chen needed to buy back there. Did he buy back to use just Hand of God? I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's just it feels like they think that once they get the 1 Rax, they will win the game, which I'm not sure, because it feels like Mineski is actually winning these team fights now. And yeah, OD is going for BKB. OD is actually dying, but he's drawing so much focus fire. He's drawing so much attention that I'm not sure whether the kill is even worth it. And obviously, you have to kill the OD, because OD is going to kill you if you don't kill him. So this is actually developing into a game quite a bit. Like, yeah, again, when Bambang was leading, you're like, oh yeah, Bambang's got this game won. But alright, pausing the middle game to go pee. That's cool, guys. It's not like people are watching live or anything. Alright.
Alright, carry on.
Any case, the next Roshan is going to be the huge contention point, because if OD gets the Aegis, that's... I'm not sure. They definitely can kill OD twice, but... I mean, look at the CS difference. OD is now almost a full 100 ahead of the Shadow Fiend. Like, Shadow Fiend, you should never be 100 CS behind anybody, because you triple raise or double raise, that's a wave, and now he has to triple raise for a wave. Because once you go past like the 38 minute or something like that, you start having to do triple raising for creep kills. But still, man, that's... OD is, you know, clicking one at a time. Well, now they're gonna put the Life Slayer inside the OD. It's like saying, hey, man, jump on my OD. Surprise! Entire team is, you know, playing right next to him. I like these rocket flares. You should kind of rocket flare around the OD to see if, you know, there's any allies next to the OD, because generally a lot of teams like to bait the OD. OD is quite survivable because he can force staff himself back, he could Astro himself, and allow his allies to counter initiate using him as a bait. Well, Mir goes up to that AC and 1500 gold. Both teams just farming away. Again, checking on the CS 5000, or not CS, skull graph. We have 5,000 gold lead on the skull graph. Is just insane. And then the experience lead back in the hand of Mineski as well, despite being down 6 kill. I think Mineski could take this game. Like, they have double hexes. Double hexes is where it's at in late game. Shadow Fiend knows what's up as well, except he's an agility hero. But here comes Mineski. If you could get a Blink Hex against a BKB or a Shadow Fiend and burst him down quick, that could be it. They're gonna try to backstab. Oh, the smoke gonna break right now. BKB's gonna get used, but he gets Abyssal Bash. Clockwork Hook's gonna come right in. Do they have the Hexes coming in? The Impale's gonna miss as well. The lift comes up. Where's the Sun? No Sun just yet. Huge Requiem coming on down. And now 2D. Oh no, he's gonna get sent back. The song's gonna get used and everybody's gotta run, but there's no running. Oh, Puck blinks back in. Puck's gotta be very careful. Puck's low. He's gonna be okay here, and it looks like everybody's gonna die as a result. Shadow Fiend drops an ultimate, not really doing too much of anything. The Chents are not being micro at all, and here comes a second Hex if he needs it. The Sun's gonna come through it. Shadow Fiend's gonna try to right click. Miracle getting one kill here, but oh, Shadow Fiend dropping low. Shadow Fiend's gonna survive. I think he's gonna get sent back. Dropping low. Yes, he is gonna get. No, he dies to a Dream Coil. When he gets outside of Dream Coil range, he breaks the coil and he dies. So Chen actually killed him. Nice blink to dodge the last auto attack, and he kills a Chen as well. My god, this Puck is amazing. This Puck is amazing. He's gotta dodge the Rocket Flare though. The Rocket Flare is coming for your ass. Oh no, he's gonna survive. Rocket Flare deals like 180 damage. He's gonna be okay. Is he looking for the hook? There's no hook there either. Mineski wins yet another big team fight. The OD is just doing way too much damage, and right now the fact that they could Hex to initiate and just force out BKBs and then use Song to reset position, yeah, Mineski just have better team fight mechanism now. Now that the clock has kind of faltered and not being as effective. Well, Clockwork trying to check the Roshan, but there's no hook. He does have a hook, but he really can't go for the Aegis steal or anything like that. I mean, if he steals the Aegis, he'll just die. Using a life to deny the Aegis is actually also not bad, but he also doesn't have buyback. And Mineski, yet another Aegis, now this time Cheese. The Cheese goes on Life Stealer? Yes, it does. Yeah, the Abyssal Blade is another thing that they can't answer against either. You saw the BKB from the Shadow Fiend and then gets immediately bashed. And then the Life Stealer just goes to work. Stun? Ooh. Well, I could just say that this guy, as good as he is, not S4, because S4 would have dodged that. Buyback being unnecessarily used. There's no reason for them to buy it back, because his team could just say, alright, we don't have the Puck, we have to defend bot anyways, let's just all go back and defend, because he's buyback and he's, what, farming neutrals? Yeah. Meanwhile, Miracle finds a good pickoff. I wonder what Miracle needs to buy. I'm not really sure, because the combination of Hexes from the Puck as well as the 4-staff OD, as well as the Abyssal Blade from the Lifestealer, like they could just kind of burst and lock him down and burst him down, and once the BKB ends, you could just Song and reset your cooldown, all your spells and stuff. So, yes, I say using Song to reset your cooldown. One thing that a lot of beginner players forget to remember is like, they jump on you, they use your spells, and then you're like, oh, Song. And then I could jump on them back. But you gotta keep in mind that once you Song, their spells are cooling down. So if they drop off their nukes on you, and then you Song for them to allow their spells to cool down, yeah, that's not a good thing. So, same thing here in this case is that Mineski could use a first round of nukes, and then force out the BKBs, Song, reset cooldown, BKB ends, bam. So it's very, very difficult here now for Bambang. With the lineup. I'm not exactly sure what they need to do. I'm quite confused. I could say that the Shadow Fiend Hex is not really helping out. I think he needs like Butterfly, Satanic, crits, not a Hex. Leave the hexing to your teammates. Don't get me wrong, Hex is one of the best late game items, and you just Hex range creep to show why that's the best late game item. I don't think Shadow Fiend is your Hex buyer. Like, you just want him to right click as hard as possible, because he has such a good animation, he's got such AoE, he slows, and get a crit on him, man. He's got insane damage. But no, here comes Mineski. Mineski's gonna go for the win here. If they team wipe Bambang, that's the game. And right now, they can't really deal with this OD with Refresher. Still no BKB. Doesn't look like he needed it, seems like, with the Aegis and whatnot. Cog trying to slow things down. Not too sure how effective it's going to be. These chain creeps are suicidal fodder. Come on. Micro these chain creeps. At least drop a net. At least stun or something. Ooh, 4-staff into a 7 couple. Ooh, they're going to go for the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's going to get Pistol back. Shadow Fiend's not going to send back. No, he does get sent back. He's going to survive. Meanwhile, Puck. Oh no, huge ultimate's going to come out. And Clock's going to be dead. Shadow Fiend Where is he? Shadow Fiend eats a nuke. He's still very, very low. Why is he taking such a long time to heal? Miracle not back in the fight just yet. They forced to glyph Shadow Fiend. Still slowly regenerating. The sun's gonna come through. Great dodge it. Very nicely done, but just... yeah, they're just trying to delay, but not really delaying out of anything. Mineski's just working on this tower. No more ultimate coming out from OD. Both of them being expended. Force that 4 here against Miracle. Oh no, the AC's not going to help you against that at all. The second hex going to come through, and there you go. That's a kill on Miracle. Shadow Fiend says, I just breach a travel for a base race. Let's get something happen because I can't really defend. He doesn't get a hex off against OWA. OWA says dead. I really like this play. Like, if you're not going to do anything, might as well buy back. Meanwhile, it looks like Miracle was able to pick somebody off against the Naga Siren. Here comes the puck. Can you get off the hex? Ooh, couple more seconds. Huge ultimate coming out here. Couple more right clicks. BKB activation. There's no BKB. It didn't matter if he has BKB because he's getting the bash out of him. Yeah, he's going to be dead. So that was a buy. No, that was not a buyback. There's a buyback coming out now. Everybody and the mother buying back. But for all that's worth, that they only lost a Rax, and here comes Miracle. Maybe you get a stun off. Oh, the Hex comes out. The mini sun's going to come through. The Shadow Fiend is going to pick him off. That's going to be Aegis. And that's going to be the second set of life as well. Yeah, there's going to be a stun, Mono Burn, Impale, Hex, everything on top. And Jay staying way too long. He was trying to kill the range Rax by himself and just got picked up by the people that were buying back / responding. So, well, I think Mineski could have won it right there, but really like the fact that Shadow Fiend decides to breach a travel into the enemy base and basically force a reaction. And I really think that Mineski perhaps overreacted. OW Porterback got picked off instantly, and basically everybody else here got picked off. It was just a complete disarray. In fact, it's going to be Bambang going back the other side. He does have buyback, right? It's 1800 gold buyback. Buyback just cool back down, and he will have buyback and BKB. So, well, I think Jay needs to buy back once the tower siege begins. We'll see if it's happening anytime soon just yet. Here comes a buyback. You saw him Siren to initiate. Shadow Fiend walks away from the song, so he should be okay, but you gotta focus on Miracle. Miracle pop your BKB. He pops the BKB, gets immediately bashed. Nobody focusing on Chen sending him back. He's gonna be fine, and it's gonna be everybody on full retreat. Oh, looks like they do have the Hex on Clockwork. Clockwork does not have the Force Staff anymore. He does have the BKB, but you're not gonna be running away from this particular lineup. So they traded a buyback from OD for a Clockwork. Clockwork, does he have buyback? He does. He does. And now the push goes the other way. Meanwhile, you can see that Shadow Fiend says, alright man, I'm going to just put a little bit of pressure, make sure that your push is not going to be as smooth as possible. I'm going to breach a travel back, and in fact, Roshan not back just yet. You gotta keep in mind that Roshan, very, very important in this stage again. I don't really think either team could kill each other twice. Like, you can't kill the enemy 7 life. Maybe Mineski could kill Bambang a couple more times because they are so good at chasing, they're so good at focus fire, they're so good at burst damage. So maybe Aegis and Cheese being ended up on Bang Bang is not going to be as important, especially when there's double Scythe of Ice. Like, you can never activate your Cheese because you're going to just get chain stun and then get killed. So we'll see. Puck has a boss just for HP. I guess so. HP and the added utility that you can heal your allies when you die. Like, if you just run a raw tanky item, BKB's not bad. You get a heart even, but, you know, that's kind of crazy. You get a Scotty, that's kind of crazy. I guess Bloodstone's pretty good. The fact that you can heal your ally. Oh, did they see Miracle? There is a gem available on Razor. Well, nothing just yet. So we have a Smoke of the Sea coming on the Shadow Fiend. And that should be a sign that they're thinking about doing the Roshan in just a bit. There's no reason to put it on your Shadow Fiend though. I guess you could just meet up your Alchemist somewhere on the map and just basically smoke both of you guys in. They definitely could do Roshan very quickly though. Nobody defending the base. Nobody defending tier 2. That's a very, very obvious smoke gang coming out from the Radiant. So Radiant, the Dire team's not going to fall to that one. Gonna take a drink of water.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
So double 7 Halberd coming out from Mineski, as well as double Scythe of Ice, as well as Abyssal Blade. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. I really don't think Mineski could lose this game. Oh, they force out BKB. Lifesteal gets hexed. Well, that's one way to lose this game. Lifesteal forced to buy back out, but Shadow Fiend can't buy back. And where's the hook? Where's the hook? Don't block the hook! Don't block the hook, guys! Get the hell out of Oh, he's gonna blink. He's gonna blink. Clockwork Hook. Oh, TP gets cancelled. No. They're gonna say, you know what? Shadow Fiend dead for 60 seconds. Let's push. Shadow Fiend does not have buyback for a full minute. Almost 2 minutes. So who's gonna butcher travel down to the bot lane? Alchemist? Is he gonna do it? No, the bottom lane is nowhere near push. They gotta fight this team fight without Shadow Fiend. That's gonna be tough. Well, we'll see how it goes. Infest coming out from the puck. There's a 4-staff up on the puck as well. There's a ton of mobility. Yeah, there's so many ways to lock down the Shadow Fiend. Double Heaven's Halberd, double Scythe of Vice, the bash. I'm not sure whether Alchemist or Shadow Fiend is gonna get too many right clicks in. Now they're kind of in a little bit of trouble. Bambang is about to get their front door banged upon. Looks like the Infest back. Oh, he wanted to get a blink in, but Infest got hit by the rocket flare or something like that. Oh, Hex coming out here. 2 hits, trying to get a 2-hit kill. And here comes BKB, gets Abyssal Blade Bash. And Clockwork's gonna get focused. Huge ultimate coming out from Jay. That's a triple. He's gonna get a quad kill. And that's, well, that's GG. That's GG. Double buyback coming out here. Shadow Fiend's gonna be back in about 10 seconds. It's a GG though. Again, you never call GG in a game like this because Mineski could still mess up pretty badly, but they finally pull ahead in terms of kill. Goldgraph's going crazy. Think of, oh, Song Siren should delay this. What a song! That's 6 or 7 seconds being bought out here for his allies to get the racks, and even if Naga Siren dies, which he will, he should. Clockwork Hook here, he's going to go to this side. They want the OD though. OD drops his refresher, was it? He does have his ultimate. He's going to try to drop the ultimate. BKB force-staffing himself back out. Where's the huge ultimate? Nothing just yet. Drop your ultimate, Jay. Oh, he's dropping low. No ultimate. Jay wants back in, but it's BKB running out. He's going to die. What a force-staff into a cog. Question mark? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but well, Bambang will survive. And my question is, what the fuck is this Shadow Fiend gonna buy? Really needs Satanic. Maybe it's fine. I'm even sure Satanic is good enough to help him survive. We'll see. The Roshan's gonna be back now, and they definitely can smoke into it. I don't think AMD.Mineski could challenge us without buyback, without OD, who is dead, and without buyback. Go, Bam Bang. I'm not too sure whether they realize that OD doesn't have buyback, but if you force out the buyback, right? Bam Bang, I think, are they going to go for the win? Yes, they are. They're saying, you know what? Forget the Roshan. We have a full minute where OD is not back. Let's just go for the win right now.
Someone took out
what?
The Radiant's courier.
Oblivion Staff? Are we going to see an Orchid? Or are we going to see a Refresh? What's going on right now? I have... What? Okay, well, we'll see what the Shadow Fiend gets. If he gets a... There's no way that he should be getting a refresher because you're channeling an ultimate. And you can even barely do anything right now. I guess he's saying, man, you know what? I can't attack anyways. Oh, blink. Oh, they're going to find OW. OW is going to be dead. BKB going to get 4-stack out. They're not going to get initiate on right now. Well, they wasted a ton of time here. 10 seconds till Jay comes back. And once Jay's back, you saw how much damage he was doing. No. Yeah, there's no reason to get the refresher because I guess you could refresh your Hex. And that's a way to... it's not that bad. You can refresh your BKB and use it afterwards to debuff things like Heaven's Halberd and maybe another ultimate. So it's okay. You cannot refresh your Manta. You don't make 5 you don't make 5 things. You only make 2 illusions, and if you use the Manta style one more time, your 2 older illusions instantly die, and then your 2 new illusion gets created. But they get the Aegis now. They get the cheese. Let's check out buyback. OD's got some. Shadow Fiend's got some. Ooh, OD. Can keep out 4-staff forward. Bam bang boo boo. Oh, he pops the BKB. Oh no! Shadow Fiend forced to pop the BKB. The Abyssal gonna come in right now. And now the Clockwork's gonna get focused out. Look at how quickly these guys are dropping. Shadow Fiend uses ultimate. He's got a. He's gonna get it off. Refreshers. Still. Refresh BKB, second ultimate's gonna come. Shadow Fiend does have the Aegis, so he says no refresh BKB just yet. He's gonna use his refresh BKB now. Jay getting focused, blink, oh, the song coming a second too late. Meanwhile, Jay's gonna buy back. Does he have Butcher Travel? That's a question. Yes, he does. He buys the Butcher Travel. Is he gonna travel into the creep? Yes, he is. I don't know if you want to cancel that one. You gotta cancel that one. Jay says, I popped the BKB. I self-force back out. BKB's gonna be out on Shadow Fiend. He's gonna focus on the 2 illusions. The Hex is gonna come in right now, and it looks like Don Juan gets lifted. Force that back out here. Oh, nice defense. No, offensive disruption here coming out from the OD. Clockwork's gonna not die. He's gonna survive as well, but Shadow Fiend's gonna die. Yes, he will. Getting focused. He's also gonna buy back. Puck. is alive. Everybody and the mother is still alive right now. And there's buyback being all drawn out here coming out from Bambang. Unfortunately, there is no buyback. There is no buyback coming out from the Alchemist. Mineski could win right now. Clockwork finishes as Acceptor, but I don't really know what Acceptor is going to do at this point. I'm not really sure whether he survived that long enough. Blink Dagger forward. Mana Burn, look at the huge damage out with the Clockwork Hook. And Jay again. There's one ally here. There's one ally here. There's one ally here. And Jay is in the base. What is going on, Jay? What is going on? Oh, this game is just too hard. Nobody has buyback in the game anymore. Nobody has buyback anymore. Here we go, Naga Siren. You don't want to play with fire. You don't want to play with fire. Well, so far the refresh. I'm not exactly sure what the refresh. Is he gonna go shotgun, refresh, or hex? Shadow Fiend? I mean, if there's two Heaven's Halberg and you can never attack, I guess you just turn yourself to a Lina. I suppose. Why don't you just get a Veil if you want a damage output? That gives you armor too, man. Well, can Bambang win off the mistakes of Jay and Mineski? They have about 50 seconds, but they're not really pushing. They're like slowly defending up top. It feels like they don't have that sense of urgency, or they don't believe they could win in a push. And at least force out, if they have buyback, at least force out buyback, or do some damage in the tier 3. But by the time they walk there, Jay's gonna be back very soon. Shadow Fiend will butcher travel into that fight. So he could basically push out top, but he really needs to be there in the mid lane because they push way too slowly without him. They're pushing with things like Impale. Where the hell is the Alchemist? Alchemist just jungling right now. I'm not sure what I agree with the choices that they're making right now. In fact, they're going to get initiated on. And here we go. Ooh, force that back on the low ground. Cog's going to use. Sandback's going to be dead as well. So everybody protecting each other. Dreamcoil is going to be force out BKB. Just walk out with the BKB. Or hook out with something. He could have just hooked to the Naga over here. He could have BKB walk. I guess he want to save the BKB church. I mean, that's a 4-second. It doesn't matter. And now Odie's back alive with Butcher Travel. He could actually go back up top. Maybe even kill the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's only 2400 HP. He's going to be fine, though. Yeah, basically Odie's going to repel this lane. Butcher Travel back in the mid lane. And if they win a team fight there, they win the entire game. They win the entire game. Clockwork dead for about 50 seconds, not deciding to Clockwork hook out or BKB. Man, the throws are everywhere. Well, now it's Mineski's turn to decide to not push, despite Clockwork being dead for 40 seconds. Again, if you force out buyback, you force out buyback. Maybe a little bit more difficult and dangerous to do it against a Clockwork, considering the fact that he would buy back and get back into the fight immediately and preventing you to run. So that is the logic behind that. Alchemist going to Secret Shot as Abyssal Blade? No, nothing just yet. Vlad gets finished here on Chen. 63-minute Vlad, well, not exactly where you want to be, but Vlad nonetheless, our plus armor is always good at any stage of the game. These guys are just, you know, trying to trade farm and keep going at it. Shadow Fiend is... This is the next level Shadow Fiend build, which I guess for his sake, hopefully they win the game with this build. Maybe there's more reason to try this build once they win the game, but I'm not sure. There's... I like the fact that he's kind of going off the standard path of, like, physical DPS dealing item on Shadow Fiend. He's gone for things like, you know, Ethereal Blade, Refresh Orb, and things like that. He might as well go to Dagon as well, right? On top of that. But no go. Alas, no go. I would not be surprised one day if he sells BKB or Manta for a Dagon 5. Or make a slot for a Dagon 5. After his shotgun, of course. But yeah, Refresher Shadow Fiend. I think we've seen it all, guys. I think we've seen it all. Mineski as well as Bambang playing quite timid. Not too sure what either party's doing at the moment, just farming away. Maybe just saving from buyback. Yeah, Alchemist got buyback now. Although Alchemist should be... Maybe he needs Abyssal. This is a fight of the Abyssals. He's got a Blink Dagger as well. Interesting. Be able to blink on the back line, focus on the OD. Maybe that's kind of what they're going for. But gonna be hard. Gonna be hard. Against multiple Force Staff, Self, Astrals. I mean, he can blink on top and maybe he can Abyssal and then go for the right clicks, but kind of tough. Kind of tough. We'll see the moment of truth. No, nothing just yet. No buying the Abyssal. And here comes yet another push attempt coming out from Mineski. They were quite successful in the previous two. Got the mid racks, got the top racks. Clockwork not doing much right now. Ooh, looking for, ooh, Blink Stun coming in right now, gets immediate Hex, no BKB, Miracle slow on that one. Looks like the Impale's gonna whiff right now, and OD gonna go to the right click. Is he right clicking on creeps? He's got 2 hits on DD, 3 hits, ultimate's gonna get job here, and the second ultimate, my goodness, unfortunately he's out of mana. GG gets tall, no GG, what was that about? F, forfeit, okay, still alive, the self-stun, the Mana Burn's gonna get random all chat coming back in. GG? No GG. Okay, because they're playing. Meanwhile, the Brax is fully exposed down to about 1800 HP. Okay. I mean, go. What the fuck? Oh, G, I mean, go. I see. I see. You're off 1 letter. I guess this makes sense. Another buyback that was absolutely unnecessary. I mean, if you want to buy back, at least buy back when your Breach of Travel off cooldown. But everybody's going to buy back and just walk straight to the enemy base. Well, unless Jay says go farm. What's with people in this game buying back to farm neutrals? If you're going to buy back and push your racks, you buy back and teleport there and push your racks. But well, they're going to buy back and go for... No, Roshan's not back. What's going on here with these buybacks? Unnecessary buybacks. Well, in fact, they're not gonna go for the racks. They're saying, you know what, let's go for the mid lane and go for the win. Ooh, the silence coming out from Miracle. Miracle's gonna get burst down, but here comes the next assassin. You do a very, very good job. Miracle still surviving, popping the BKB. He's gonna have to send back. Abyssal Blade's gonna get used. Ghost Scepter's gonna get popped. No. Was it his ghost? I'm not too sure, but now the base is going to be under siege. The Glyph is going to get used. Where's the Shadow Fiend? He's dead for 17-second blink. Come from Miracle. No buyback now. Coming in from the OD. It's going to try to survive. Trying to tank OWA. Tanking up here right now. Everybody focusing on the throne. Throne's dropping low. They're trying to use the cog to slow it down. The Nagasai right-clicking the Rubik. As well as the puck gets the last hit, and GG gets called. What a crazy game. Back and forth it was. Mineski edges out Bambang. And a close nail biter. Shadow Fiend with Hex Mantis out Refresher gets trumped by the 2 Heaven's Halberg, 2 Force Staff, 2 Hexes, and Abyssal Blade. So I gotta say the item choices of Mineski and the item potential of Mineski was just a lot better than Bambang. And they won as a result. So I think both team, not exactly pristine and perfect play, but it was entertaining play nonetheless. As well as calling GG in the middle of team fight instead of go. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this cast, and until next time, this is Luminous signing off. G guys.